What's up, guys? It's Tweets here. I'm going to show you a little quick video on how to make a teddy bear customized. They're pretty easy. First, obviously, like any other mod, you're going to want to go to your P drive, create your folder. In this case, it's sample teddy bear. Inside there, a data folder. And to set it up so you can do multiple bears or whatever, create inside that data, put a folder. In this case, but I'm doing a bunny. You'd also like do another folder underneath this and call it like whatever other model you're doing for each one, and inside you'll put your data. So it's like that. But we're doing a bunny in this video, so inside the bunny folder put data, and then obviously in here you're gonna have all your textures, remats, your P3Ds and model config, and then back here you'll have your config. So let's go get our model. First, we're going to get our textures over. So I'm going to bring up my DayZ tools, text view, and start. Okay, so it's not a PNG. So I got to open the in GIMP. Let's see if this one is. Okay, so the material folders are PNG, but the main one isn't. So for this model, which is fine. If you get one that does that, just open it in GIMP. You can export it as a PNG, or you can even export it as a PAA with a plugin, which is in one of my earlier tutorial videos. Shows you how to set this up with GIMP. So we'll export that, bring it to our folder, and I'm going to call it, well, let's get rid of that. I'm going to call it bunny co.paa. Let that export. Okay, now that that's done, we can go back to our text view, get our metallic in that we have. So we're going to go to our folder. I'm going to click on the bunny co, change the co to smdi.paa. Let that go through its process. All right, now we're going to do a normal. Save this as your P drive, your folder. Click on that, change the CO to nohq.paa. And come on. It's taking a little longer. You can resize them in GIMP to scale the image down, but still not bad. There we go. Okay, now that we have those converted, now we're going to bring, well, first we're going to get our RV map. Oh, ignore that alarm clock. All right, so we're going to go to DayZ. We're going to go to gear. I'm pretty sure they're in containers for the vanilla. Yep, teddy bear. So in here, we're going to look for teddy bear, and we're just going to get the RV mats from it. So we want the main one, the damage, and the destruct. Just those three. I'm going to copy them, and then I'm going to put them in our folder. that we're creating, and I'm going to change them to bunny instead of teddy bear. So whatever says teddy bear, change it to bunny, or whatever model you are making, or whatever name you're giving it. Just keep damage and destruct on those two. Now, inside them, we're going to open them up, all three of them. Now, I have the best cloth RV mat settings right here. And I'm going to copy that. You won't need to do this because it'll be set in the sample folder. And I'm going to paste it over the top above stage 1 on each one. All right. Now that I have that, we can start adding our paths to our texture, our materials. So let's start getting those. Remember, you're going to do stage 1, which is the normal, no HQ, and stage 5, which is the SMDI metallic. Get the path in. Now get the, since we're bottom, I'll just do the SMDI first. And then we'll go up to stage 1, get the no HQ. Now we're going to save that. We're going to copy in between the quotations of stage 1 and put it on the damage. And then same on the destruct, stage 1. Now we're going to go back to the first one. Do the same thing with the SMDI in between the quotes. Copy. Go down to stage 5 on damage and paste it. And then same on destruct. Now you're going to see on damage and destruct, they're going to have a stage 3. Leave it the way it is. This will just make so it shows damaged and ruined. It's vanilla settings. You don't need to change that. Save those. Make sure you got them saved, all three of them. And now we have our RV mats done. Now we're ready to open up Object Builder and pull in our model. So now we have Object Builder up. We're going to import it in FBX. Find our model. Make sure there's no animations. All right. Now, first thing, it's really big. So you're going to want to shrink it down, keep it center. And now we're going to bring in a proxy. So you're going to create a proxy. Go to Browse. Go to your P drive. Go to DayZ. Go to Gear. Go to Containers. And then Teddy Bear. Open. Okay. And then start your Object Builder's preview or bulldozer. and then in here, we're going to line it up with the proxy of the vanilla teddy bear. And you want it to be sitting in the same spot, roughly around the same size ish, depending on your model. You can make it a little bigger, it's fine, but you want it to be close to the vanilla version. So now we're just waiting on this to load. Mine tends to load a little slower than I like until I can upgrade, hopefully someday in the future. And I should be loaded here any second. There we go. Okay. So now you just see There's a teddy bear kind of going up the bunny's butt. So we're going to want to get it positioned and facing the same direction as that teddy bear. So we're going to select our model. We're going to add our texture in RV Matte. Remember, I used a different RV Matte settings for cloth, so it should look really good. So we're going to go to our folder here, get our texture on it. Grab our RV Matte. And now we're going to get it so it's sized and facing the same direction as the vanilla. Sort of rotate it. Again, remember rotating is I'm holding left control. I'm holding right click on my mouse and I'm rotating. All right. Now we're going to get it in. We're going to check it in here. Now you can't always judge the looks of it in Object Builder or Bulldozer because it's just the quality of it in here. It always looks better in game. Okay, now we need to lower it, make it a little smaller. We can make it bigger there. Get it going the same. You want it sitting to move it forward. And then you can raise it up a little bit, make it a little smaller to about right about here. I like to get it really close. Yeah, right about there is good. So you're going to want something like that. And that's what you're going to look for sizing it. And then we're going to get rid of that proxy. Delete it. So when you're going to click on the proxy, you're going to hit delete on your keyboard, and then you're going to right click and hit delete. Now that we have that, we're going to change the name of the selection that came with the model. Call it ZBTech, ZBYTEK, or Camo, whatever you want. I'm going to go here to properties, LOD no shadow, value of 1. Okay, now we have that. We're going to create a new LOD, geometry. Grab ourselves a box and create, and get it lined up with it. Just get it as close as you can. You don't need to be perfect with it. It can overlap on some things, can pop out. It's fine if there's things clipping out. That's no big deal. You're going to want something like that. You're going to select the whole thing. Structure, topology, find component. Then we're going to property, auto center, value of 0. We're going to copy this component, create a new LOD, properties, fire geometry, paste it. Another new LOD, properties, view geometry, paste it. Now, we're going to create a memory. Paste that component, but then you're going to go over here, click on component, right click, and delete. Now that we have that, I'm going to get the memories. I've made teddy bears in the past, so I am just going to take them from a teddy bear. I'm just taking a memory. I can't share any of these teddy bear stuff with you as they are not mine. I made them for someone else, so I can only take these memories. You should take them from the file that's in this video. But as for coding and model assets, I can't share those. Right, you're gonna want to get them. So you're gonna want your bounding bots mats around the corner here of this spots. As you just see, what I have it selected from the front view and the top view. You just see the location you're gonna want it, kind of like that. Your bounding bots min. Oh, never mind. I was doing mats. Yep. Bounding bots min, similar, but you're gonna want it angled like there. So you're gonna kind of like a crisscross, like a cross effect, going like that, slanted down, and that's what you're gonna want. But you're not gonna want it too far out. Like I had it there. That is, well, actually, you're gonna want it because that leg goes out, so you are gonna want it like that. Okay, your CE center, that's gonna be centered of the model. Probably about, yeah, right about there. CE radius is gonna be like your bounding bots mats here, but on the other side. So you don't want it like that. In view, this is for the image in your inventory, how it works. You're gonna put that center in the front and not too far. So something like that. You can just readjust it. If it's too close or too far away, you can readjust it. And then this here, throw in impulse position. We're gonna have that center too. Kind of same place as CE center. Now that we have all of that, and we have our main stuff all set, you got it where how you like it. We can duplicate our main LOD a couple times, and then we can save it. Save as, go to your P drive folder, and I'm gonna call it Bunny. And that's it. Now you have the model undone. So now we want to get an RV mat. Or not an RV mat, we got an RV mat. We want to get the model config. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up Materials Tools. And I'm gonna pull up Eliteness. With Eliteness, I'm gonna go to your P drive. So click on P, DayZ, click on gear, and then go to containers, and then double click the teddy bear P3D. And then over here on the right hand side, you will see the model config. So we're going to copy that, write up your code software, Notepad++ or Visual Studio. I use Visual Studio. New, paste it. You don't need this, but you do need those semicolons. We didn't use camera ground. You could if you want. I just use ZBTech. And then we're going to get our model name, the exact name that's in your folder as your P3D. You want the exact name and spelling. Paste it over teddy bear. Save it as. Make sure you're on your folder. So if you're not, just go to your P drive and get it in with your P3D. Now select save as type. You're going to put that as all files and call it model.cfg. It's important you put the .cfg or else it will not save as a model config. And then model config is done. Now you could close Eliteness and all this. Now we're just going to get the config, and then that's it. So we're going to go into P drive. Oops, didn't need that. Go to DayZ, gear, containers. Once you're in containers, bring up the config. Create a new for grab line 15 and up. So you're going to get this little bracket, your class CFG vehicles, and all this stuff here. Paste it. Now we're going to go find teddy bear or bear. All right, so we got it's bear color base on here. So you're gonna look, see how they have it. you're going to take, they have their retextures here, but you want their base. So you're going to go and get their base class. You're going to paste it underneath that bracket. Now, scroll down. You're going to need one more thing from here, their vanilla, on the vanilla. Go to their base, their colors, their multiple ones. You're just going to grab this one line here, scope equals 2. And we're going to add that to the top above display name. And now we don't need the vanilla code. Now, we're going to add class above that, bare color base. And then we're going to change container base to bare color base. And we're going to turn this to bunny, the main class. So your main class will be whatever you're making. And then the base class will be bare color base. And then you can change this to like whatever you want, like custom teddies or whatever. Now, your display name, I'm just going to put bunny plushie. Your description to be whatever you want. Now we're going to get our model. So go to your P drive, get your path to the model. So copy your path, change it from theirs, get your P3D name, change teddy bear one. Now we got that done. Here you can adjust your cargo size. So how many inventory slots it has. This is the standard for vanilla teddy bears. This is item size, so how much slots it takes up when you put it in the inventory, and then the weight of it. I'm going to leave this all alone. You can do whatever you want with it. Damage system. This is for the RV mats. This is how many hit points it takes before it's damaged or ruined. You can boost it however you want. I'll boost it to like 80. You can boost it however you want. Now we're going to the path to our RV mats. So I'm just going to make this a little quick one here and just get their path from the DayZ to the end of data, leaving this backslash here. And I'm going to replace, paste, all. Place all. So now it's all got our new path to it. Now I'm just going to get our RV mat names. So for the first two, you're going to want your main RV mat. In this case, it's just bunny. Teepin.RV mat at the end. Now, since I use bunny for damage, I'm going to just anything that says teddy bear here. Just this part here. Teepin_damage.RV mat. Same with this one because it's another damage. And then the last one will be the destruct. Just like that. That is what you're going to want for your RV mats. And then you don't have to mess with any of this. But we are going to close in with a bracket at the end. Make sure you have everything that you wanted. Everything's set right. Ooh, and I see here, I forgot to add that semicolon there. So that is a good thing I looked. Now, once that's done, you're going to save it as. Go to your P drive, sample teddy bear, go into your bunny folder, right underneath data. So we're going to go save as type C++, call it config, done. Okay, now we need one more config. Since this folder is set up to do multiple teddy bears, you're going to need a config kind of like, I'll just take it from something I've done here. I'll just take it from my World War II stuff. All right, so you're going to need a config that looks like this. I'll show you here. It's going to be under the first data. Once you go in your main folder on your P drive, under your first data folder, you're going to have this config, which is the CFG mods config. I'm gonna get rid of that for you because I made this World War II stuff a while ago and we don't need that. So now anything, you're gonna take the name of your what your folder is called, your PBO will be called. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that though. All right, so this one's sample teddy bear. Copy that. The class at the top will be the name of your folder. This class same, directory same, name same, credits whatever you want. It'll be your name, same with the author. And then we're not having any scripts, but if you want to in the future, just do that too. But you can leave it there. It's not going to hurt anything. So now you have it looking like that. You're going to save it. Now again, that is in under the first data. Inside that data is where you're going to have your your different teddy bears in their folders. And then that should be it. That is it. You should be able to pack it and test it. So let's get our source folder in PBL project. I always clear temps, and you don't have to delete the mod file, but always clear temps before packing. Now we wait for it to pack. Shouldn't take too long because it's just one bunny. While that's going, I'm going to launch up my test server so we can. And that sound means it is done. So I'm going to go into my add-ons of my. You don't need to worry about this here. This is just how I test things. So we're going to test it now in game. So we're going to get the add-on that just packed. You test it however you want, wherever you put it. I have a LAN test server, so that's where I do my testing. And then once my test server comes up, I will go test it. And it should be golden. Yeah, so teddy bears are very easy. It's the same way. You just keep repeating the process. You can make hundreds of them. They're pretty easy to do. They're not hard. And actually, it's the same process for a lot of things, setting up the model and the model config. It's the same thing for any type of random item you want. You're not going to have to go too crazy with your coding and your models. It's just like that. And the rest of it will be in the config that you use from the vanilla. Just that. And now we load into my test server and see what it looks like in game. You don't want to mess with it. You don't want to drop it on the ground. You don't want to throw it on the ground. Make sure it doesn't flip through. Make sure it doesn't crash the game when you pick it back up. You want to test everything out with it. You don't want to pull in like a weapon or something and shoot it and ruin it. Make sure your RV mats are working properly. Make sure it sits in your inventory how you want it. And then once you get it how you want it, then you're golden. Make another one. And now we're just waiting. My DayZ tends to load slow, so it's just unfortunate. But as soon as I can upgrade, I'm upgrading. Yeah, it's slow. There we go. Finally, we're loading. Come on. All right, we're finally in. All right, now that we're in game, we'll spawn it in and see what it's like. So I just called it Bunny. Spawn it in the ground or inventory, wherever you want. There it is. And there, and it looks good. So we're gonna pick it up, sitting decent in the hands. You can inspect it. Came out looking really good, material-wise. You're gonna throw it. Make sure, yep, it stays on top. Pick it up. Yep, make sure it doesn't crash. You will drop it. It's sitting how you want it. And then that's that. Now, I'm gonna grab a Mosin here, since I have it here on the ground already. And grab some ammo for it. And I am gonna shoot this thing until it's damaged. Because we're gonna test the RMF first. Now that the other stuff is done, we just shoot this one time. Okay, now it's ruined. Because this was obviously a Mosin. And you want to make sure that texture works. Yep. So that's it. That's how you make the teddy bear. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. You see the inventory is working. You see it sits good in the inventory. Looks good. That's all the in view. So, yeah, any bound in bots. Min. People have asked that too. That is your bound in bots min, bound in bots max in that corner. In view, CE center. So that's what all that means. CE radius. And now you know. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Have fun. Make a bunch of cool teddy bears. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.